G'day, my name's Peter Wheaton and welcome to another weekly wrap-up of Pete's Perspective. I've got an interesting theory, and the theory is we all work for someone. Now, to a lot of business people, they're going to be really wild at that because they're going to come back and say, no, I work for me. But do you really? Do you really just work for you? You know, if you look at, you've got a car, maybe you're working to pay the car off. Maybe you're working to get your kids through school. Maybe you're working to go on a holiday. So you're always working for something or someone greater than you. But here's where the funny part of this segment is, if you think of a person who has a job, they're working for a boss, and that boss is still working for the customers because he's got to please the customers and deliver something that he wants. So do we ever actually become totally independent where we work for ourselves? Now, I used to think I always worked for me, and I did in relation to setting up hours and doing my own thing and delivering a product. But then I found out that when people want a different product, you've got to adapt. So your idea that may be brilliant in your head has to change so it suits the market that it has to go to. So are you actually working for you? Here's another scenario. You can go and design a product, and we designed a screw-in post that we put in the ground because we couldn't get them in the ground at Quilpie, so we designed this post we could shoot in the ground, weld a post to it, because we couldn't dig holes, we kept busting augers. Now, the interesting thing was we designed that post to go in that ground. We couldn't get it registered in Australia because we had all the other groups against it, because it was going to interfere with the different fencing groups. It was going to upset all of the different organisations, and we had to go through all of this arduous task of trying to get it registered and patented and all the other bits and pieces. And then one of the guys that was working for me just happened to be from Norway. So he took the post back to Norway and they used it for screwing into the ice. So we were able to register it as a product to go into the ice. Now, it's going down into the ice about 2.5 metres, and they could bring everything out and take it out. And then an American bloke saw it and he took it back to America. And then now they use it for what they call fixture fencing. Same product, we couldn't get registered here. And I thought, well, I'm still working for myself because I designed the product. Well, no, you're continually working for whoever wants your service or product. So do we actually become fully independent? That's the question. Do we, and can we, even if we are a high-paying executive in a job, do we have the independence to make that ruling or that decision truly, or are we all just working towards a greater good? And I believe it's that we work towards a greater good. Whether you're in business or whether you're working for someone else, we're all working towards making life a bit easier and a bit better for everyone else. So effectively, just because you own a business or you've got employees or you're the bloke who's sweeping the street, you're doing something to improve someone's life. That's my perspective. What are your thoughts? Do you really think that you're independent and that you work for yourself? I'd love to hear them. Cheers.